I happen to be um, a sufferer of glaucoma, and I'm very young. And about 11 weeks ago, I woke up. I was managed, but I was on the most medication that you could take for it. And I was on 7 medications, and I was miserable. I woke up 11 weeks ago and I couldn't see out of my left eye, and I needed to have surgery immediately. They did surgery within 6 days. When I went into surgery, I had vision in both eyes. They were able to lower my pressure. For any of you who are sufferers of glaucoma, she is a tricky beast. You can be fine, you can be managed. I was actually coming off medication, and then in a matter of days, I was an emergency case. It was like my eye was having a heart attack, if you will.
Mm.
And it was right after I had seen Nicole, and she had gotten me on uh, Eternal and Vitalite, and I was starting to sleep through the night. And so she was like, when you go into your surgery, there's products you can try. And I just was in my own crisis because I'm 56 years old, and I was at the crossroads of losing my vision. And I had surgery, and I should have been able to see after 3 days, and I couldn't. And then they said 2 weeks, and I couldn't. It was just in my left eye, but imagine my vision went from 20/25 to 21/50 after my surgery. So I was terrified. My independence was in the crosshairs. My vision, I mean, just I couldn't drive anymore. I could drive just locally because I knew my way around, but I wouldn't dare drive at night. I wouldn't dare um, go places. I would not drive. For those of you from New Jersey, the Garden State Parkway, you take your life into your own hands when you're fully visioned, let alone having your vision cut so deeply. So after 2 weeks, nothing, 6 weeks, nothing, 8 weeks, nothing. And I was miserable every day. I could actually feel my eyeball, the inflammation in my head. And it was coupled with allergy season. And so it made it worse. And there was nothing that could offer me any solution. Every day it felt like I had glass under my eyes. And what was happening is the inflammation was tearing up my cornea. And it was hindering my healing. And then just this past Friday, Nicole had heard my story earlier in the week, and she hands me, we're at a gala, and she hands me this little jar. And she said, "You have to try it." I took two that night at the gala, and the next morning, for the first time in 10 weeks, I woke up without pain. I woke up, my eyelid was not stuck to my eyeball, and I didn't feel like I had glass in my eye. And she said, she called me the next morning. She goes, "Well, what did you think?" I was like, I don't have pain. She's like, "Take two more in a couple hours, and then take two before bed." And then the next morning, for the first time, I could read letters with my left eye that I could not see before. So, and this was only in 3 days. And I didn't want to like it. I didn't want to believe in it, but the results were undeniable. And here I am 4 days in, and little by little, now it's allowing my cornea to heal, where my doctor offered no solutions. I was just a ship on the sea floating, lost by myself, until Nicole handed me this product, and I I can't deny the results. It was amazing.
Oh my gosh, Vicky, thank you so much for sharing that. And I'm so sorry that you had to go through all of that. And for those that are wondering, it was the Revive that she was showing to address the inflammation. And, most importantly, we just want everyone to feel good. And I wasn't sure. We're never always sure, right? We don't diagnose, treat, or cure anything. We just want to use great phytonutrients that are going to get into the cell and be absorbed. So these testimonies are amazing, and thank you so much for sharing. And we